Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a dramatic and deeply controversial development coming out of Pretoria, where explosive testimony at the Nhlanhla Commission is raising serious questions about power, influence, and the integrity of law enforcement in South Africa. At the center of it all is Sergeant Fannie Nkosi, a police officer whose testimony has captured national attention, not just because of what he said, but because of the web of relationships and allegations surrounding him. Speaking before the commission on Monday, Nkosi made a striking statement. He insisted that he does not have a license to kill, distancing himself from comparisons to the fictional British spy James Bond. This comes after revelations that some of his associates referred to him as E007, along with other nicknames like Knight Rider and even 10111, the emergency police hotline number. According to Nkosi, these names are nothing more than playful nicknames, terms of endearment used by people who know him personally. But the commission is not treating them lightly. In a setting where credibility and perception matter deeply, such monikers raise concerns about how Nkosi is viewed within certain circles, and what role he may have played behind the scenes. The scrutiny intensified when it emerged that Nkosi had a close relationship with businessman Nhlanhla. Nhlanhla has been accused of influencing the arrest of controversial blogger Musa Kahula, a case that has stirred significant public debate. Nkosi acknowledged his relationship with Nhlanhla but denied any wrongdoing. However, the commission is probing whether this relationship crossed professional boundaries, especially given allegations that Kahula was being targeted over claims of attempted extortion against another businessman, Vusimusi Nhlanhla. What makes this situation even more complex is Nkosi's previous status as Witness F. For a long time, he chose to conceal his identity, citing fears for his safety. But in a surprising move, he has now stepped forward publicly, revealing himself despite those earlier concerns. This shift has raised eyebrows. Why now? What changed? Some observers believe that mounting pressure and the weight of the allegations may have forced his hand. Others speculate that revealing his identity could be a strategic move to regain control of the narrative. Nkosi has also faced serious accusations of sharing sensitive police information with alleged criminal cartel members. These are not minor claims. If proven true, they could point to a dangerous breach of trust within the police force, one that undermines the very foundation of law enforcement. Despite this, Nkosi has firmly denied any unlawful conduct. He maintains that his actions were within legal boundaries and that his relationships did not influence his professional duties. But the questions don't stop there. The commission has also examined Nkosi's alleged involvement in an arms deal linked to the nephew of former Deputy President David Mabuza. While details remain unclear, the mere suggestion of such a connection adds another layer of seriousness to the investigation. Adding to the intrigue are Nkosi's reported ties to Shadrack Sibiya, the suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner for Crime Detection. Sibiya himself has testified before the commission, denying that Nkosi worked under his command or acted as a middleman in any financial dealings. However, earlier testimony suggested that Nkosi may have played exactly that role, acting as a go-between in transactions involving Sibiya and Nhlanhla. This contradiction is a key focus for the commission, as it seeks to determine who is telling the truth. Sibiya did admit to having a close relationship with Nkosi, but he emphasized that he was not the only senior police official connected to him. This raises broader concerns about how widespread such relationships might be within the South African Police Service. The timeline of events also adds to the drama. In February, Nkosi requested a postponement of his testimony, citing hospitalization. This came after he had previously attempted to block his return to the commission altogether, reportedly out of fear of self-incrimination. Now, with his testimony underway, the spotlight is firmly on him, and the stakes couldn't be higher. One of the most striking aspects of Nkosi's testimony is his denial of being Nhlanhla's secret agent. Despite evidence suggesting deep involvement in efforts to have Nhlanhla arrested, Nkosi insists that he was not acting on behalf of any individual or private interest. This claim is critical. If the Commission finds that Nkosi was indeed acting under the influence of private individuals, it could point to a troubling pattern of abuse within law enforcement, where personal relationships override professional duty. At its core, this case is about more than just one officer. It's about the integrity of institutions, the rule of law, and the extent to which power and influence can shape outcomes behind closed doors. For many South Africans, the Nhlanhla Commission represents a chance to uncover the truth and hold those responsible accountable. But as this testimony shows, the path to that truth is anything but straightforward. There are conflicting narratives, complex relationships, and serious allegations that must be carefully examined. As the hearings continue, all eyes will remain on Nkosi and the other key figures involved. The Commission's findings could have far-reaching implications, not just for those directly implicated, but for the broader fight against corruption and misconduct in South Africa. And that's where you come in. What do you think about Sergeant Nkosi's testimony? Do you believe his explanations, or do the connections raise too many red flags? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on stories like this. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed.